All right, I'm back. We got some Seek Beer Co. Fairly simplistic label here, not much going on, just a little pattern on the front. This one's called Forward Glance Lager Beer. Just a simple name on the side. You can see it's a 4.5 there towards the bottom. Doesn't really go into depth about what's going on with this beer. Yeah, really low amount of information here. All we know is that it's a lager at 4.5 ABV. This one is out of California. Let's see, San Diego, California. I think that's about all we're going to get. We have ourselves a flute right here. I gave it a rinse since I don't use the old flute that often. Well, let's just see how it goes. We got about 1 finger of bubbly, fuzzy white head. Nice carbonation on it. A light straw color. Looks good to me. Get a little bit of malt. Very low floral. All right, let's go. It's actually pretty good. Quite refreshing. Obviously, it's a lager. Definitely not a whole bunch going on. I do like the sweetness of the bready malts in there. Yeah, there's definitely like a sweet biscuit type character to it, a real bready nature. Not much as far as like hops go. It's just kind of like an easy drinking, slightly sweet, bready. That's about it. A little bit of florals on the nose, but that's about it. It's enjoyable though. Oh, shout out to Jack from the virtual groom room for sending me that one. I appreciate it. All right, today we're going to be using Indo Ink from Ariana and Evans. And this one, it has the scent notes of ink, resins, absinthe, ylang ylang, coumarin, tonka, leather, incense, oud, and wood. You can see those along the bottom there. I appreciate that. You can also see it's in the K2 formula. We have a nice side label here. You can see an absolute gang of ingredients. And then, of course, Indo Ink. I like the textured pour here. It looks pretty attractive to me. You can see on the side where I scooped it. Really good scent on this one. I like the label art. In all honesty, the label art sold me. We have our Lancaster Razor Work shave bowl here in the black and red. Beautiful, beautiful shave bowl. We already have the lather whipped up in there. You can see where the where the brush was sitting. But nice looking lather. Of course, A&E is very well respected. Good looking stuff. There's a look at the Lancaster Razor Works brush. This one's in kind of a off-white, like cream color. And then we have the Lancaster V1 Badger Knot on top. And it is chock full of this lovely lather. Let's go ahead and wet the face. And we'll get right into this one. So yeah, I definitely bought this one based on the label art, but I was surprised to find that I really enjoy the scent on this one. I didn't really have any idea what it was going to smell like. The medley of scent notes involved in this one had my mind racing of what the possibilities could be. I was kind of like fingers crossed hoping that I would enjoy the scent, but I actually really, really enjoy the scent. It is good stuff. I actually wouldn't mind this in like a EDP, because I would definitely wear this around. I don't know if I would classify it as sexy, but it definitely smells good, and I I wouldn't mind smelling like this on like just casual events. Like, I think it might turn some heads and get some people interested because it's different, but it's approachable at the same time. It's you know, it catches your nose. Like, what the hell is that? But it's also like really enjoyable. I don't know how to describe it. I think I tried my best on the first video that I used this one. You could look that up if you want, but it's weird because I do get like a ting of the ink and absinthe at times, but it's definitely like not in the forefront, I don't think. I think like the coumarin, tonka, leather, incense, oud, and wood are all like very well blended together to create this enjoyable like heart and base. And then from time to time you'll just get like a sting in the nostrils of the ink and the ink and absinthe. It's crazy. It's weird, and I like it. All right, that will do. The razor for today is this beautiful example of a Gem Featherweight. This one has the gold and cream color. You can see there. Very nice handle, good knurling, and just in really good shape. Very, very nice razor. Inside, we have a gem blade. It's not on its first use, but I can't remember which one it is. It's been a while since I actually broke it out, but regardless. If the blade proves to be an issue, I'll switch it, but if I remember correctly, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of shaves on this blade. Very, very enjoyable. Every time I use a gem razor, I find myself thinking that I should definitely use them more often. But for whatever reason, I just don't. I have a lot of gear, so I don't always get to everything. I'm actually doing like a midday shave today, if you're wondering. Still got the light in the background, and that's just because I took Thursday, Friday, and Monday off of work, and then I already have the weekend off normally. So I'm gonna have a very long weekend, and I did that because months and months and months ago I had planned on going to a festival at the Gorge. But the recent planning of my buddy's bachelor party has kind of thrown a wrench in my plans because of the budget. And so I have the days off. I don't know if I'm going to go anymore because of just budget. I can swing both, but I don't want to go to Vegas for the bachelor party and be that much shorter on cash. I would rather just skip the festival, I think, and retain that extra spending money for Vegas. I'm not much of a gambler, but everything in Vegas is pricey. And so I think I don't want to be there and be on a super tight budget and not really enjoy my time. The last time I went, I was young, and it was really exploratory for me. Me and my group covered a lot of ground. We did a lot of hiking. From casino to casino. And at the end of the trip, you know, if I felt like we got to see a lot, but we didn't really settle down and enjoy ourselves at any one spot. It was just kind of like hit and run from one place to the next. And so I really kind of pushed it, because I'm going with the same group I went with when I was younger, and I really was trying to push, like, let's find a spot that we can actually, you know, stay on campus or around campus and just fucking sit down and relax at one spot. Well, not relax, but turn up at one spot, you know, one spot that's really cool. And, you know, we can actually enjoy ourselves there for a while. And then, you know, the next day we'll go somewhere else. But because we already seen most of the casinos, we just haven't actually got to fully enjoy them. I guess that's what I'm saying. And so I want to fully enjoy the spot that we decide to go to. All right, let's lather up for pass 2. And so we made our decision, and fingers crossed, we are definitely going to have a much more enjoyable time this time. A lot less hiking and a lot more just partying, you know what I mean? Not there for a long time, we're there for a good time. God damn, this stuff smells good. It is definitely bold and banging. I have not yet went one breath without smelling it. Very, very enjoyable stuff. I saw good old Peter Charcalis, owner of Ariana Evans. I saw him do a video recently on his YouTube. And he basically took an idea that Thomas the Shaver did, where he, you know, blooms the puck of soap and then does 5 swirls with his shaving brush and then try to get a 3-pass shave out of 5 swirls alone. And then Peter from A&E, he took that a step further and did 3 swirls and got, you know, like a 3, 4, 5-pass shave, whatever. And so I normally load pretty fucking heavy because I have multiple lifetimes worth of soap in my collection. And so I use my soap liberally. I load heavy, you know, pretty much every time. But I figured, why not load light this time and just see what happens. It's not something I'm used to. No, I didn't do no 3 swirl bullshit. But I usually load like a little bit more than an almond size amount. And this time I loaded like less, or like half of an almond. And I do a 2-pass shave. A little bit of cleanups off camera. And I'm definitely going to have enough lather. There's just no doubt about it. I'm going to have enough to get the job done. So, we definitely load heavy all the time. It is unnecessary, but if you have a massive collection, don't feel bad about loading heavy, especially if you're trying a new soap, you know, something that you're unfamiliar with. Load heavy. Give yourself the best possible opportunity to have an enjoyable shave. And then maybe if you get really familiar with the product, then start dialing it back and see if you can still maintain those great results. But this is going pretty much as good as expected. Like I mentioned earlier, I always enjoy my shaves with these old Gem razors. I have about 3 or 4 of them in my collection. I like them all. They each have a lot of character to them. And they just shave great. I think the rigid blades just do the job for me. The different angle is really easy to learn, and it doesn't really hinder anything, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I usually have like these swirls on the edges as well as in the middle, and sometimes I don't always get BBS where those swirls are. But that side is definitely BBS. That little buffing I just did was on point. Yeah. Good old Gem razors. I hope everybody has a good rest of their week. We're almost to the weekend. It's gonna kill me knowing that some of my friends are at this festival and I am not. But I think in the long run, it's the smart move to sacrifice a smaller party for a bigger party. And I just have to let it go. The fear of missing out is really an internal struggle. I definitely have FOMO because I don't want to miss it, but it is what it is. I would much rather have, a more extravagant time and a much bigger, funner party at Vegas. So, just gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. All right. So that was a fantastic shave. We definitely got BBS. I enjoyed every second of smelling Indo Ink. The K2 base did its job. It performed wonderfully even when I loaded lighter than I'm used to. Sometimes you just do little things to shake it up, keep it interesting. A lesser soap might not have came out that good, but the shaving shop in Ariana Evans is just top rate, so can't really say I'm surprised that it worked out. I actually expected it to work out. Be a much more surprised me if it didn't work out. I don't use them that often, but I used to. And I'm pretty familiar with the base, and I really do enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead and put this to the side. We're going to get some matching aftershave here. Now this one does have the shit stricter, and these labels were not aftershave proof, so you could see where my fingerprint actually caused the smear on the ingredients. So this was in one of these square like flask-like bottles, excuse me, and this was kind of the point in quarantine where it was hard to get supplies. And so we got this fucking horrendous restrictor on top that doesn't restrict a damn thing. It's more for aesthetics than it is for restricting. You might as well toss it out because it ain't gonna work for you. And then the labels are just not fucking aftershave proof. So we're gonna have to be careful here. I'm gonna use a portion of my finger to slow the restriction. And hot damn, that did not restrict enough. We still used about double what I wanted to use. You could, I don't know if you saw that little bit drip down off my palm, but it is what it is, I guess. I only got to use my fingertips because there's so much. So yeah, definitely a bummer. Because this is good juice with a wonderful fragrance. That next time I'm going to have to try to restrict it even more if I remember. At least I got the majority of it on the face. Might as well spread it out. I'm going to get a little bit of the residual on the forearms. Kind of complete the scent bubble here, especially because I had so much left on the hands. Be careful not to touch the label on that bottle while I still have aftershave on my fingers. Okay, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. That was a very enjoyable shave. I'll catch you guys on the next one, and I appreciate you. Have a good one.